It is baseball night in America as the United States takes on Team Mexico in the World Baseball Classic. Welcome, everyone. I'm Clem. I'm going to be your commentator tonight. Again, I broke out the tie for this one. We are going to be broadcasting the Team Mexico versus Team USA World Baseball Classic game. If you don't know, I tried to do this with most of the Team USA games, but also the Venezuela-Puerto Rico game is going on. That one has been electric, and we will cover that in the pregame show here. But first, welcome in. Again, if you are new, I'm Clem Hawks. I talk about baseball on this channel. I talk about the Twins specifically if you're a Twins fan, but also cover some of the bigger baseball news. So if you are new, please hit that like button and subscribe. The game that we are focused on here, Mexico versus the United States, will start in about 5 minutes. So that is kind of the introduction. Anthony says, Clem, did the U.S. win against Great Britain, and what was the score? I missed the game. Anthony, yes, the United States did win 6-2. I actually predicted that game correctly down to the score. So the United States won that game pretty easily. And let's actually cover that game. So let's take a look at the recap. In that game yesterday, it was quite funny because the United States was plus like 10,000 odds, sorry, they were 10,000 favorites, and they gave up the lead on a Trace Thompson home run, first inning, hanging curveball from Adam Wainwright, got Great Britain out to a 1-0 lead. Then the Team USA came back with a vengeance, as in the third inning they scored a couple of runs. Nolan Arenado hit a double, Kyle Tucker hit a single, 2 runs scored that way, and then in the fourth inning, that's when they really blew it open. Kyle Schwarber, as he hit a 3-run home run over the pond in right center field. So that was exciting. The Great Britons did get another run in that game to make it 6-2, but it was handled pretty easily. Great Britain did have 8 hits, though, so they competed with the United States, but really it was not as close as it even appeared, because the United States left guys bases loaded in the first, bases loaded in the third. They had a couple more guys on in the sixth. They pretty much had guys on in every single inning. And again, we'll cover the big guys in a second as we talk about Team USA. But last night for Mexico, they faced Colombia. That game went into extra innings. Colombia won 5-4. A couple of big notice players there. Randy Arozarena, we'll talk about him a little bit later tonight, but he went 2 for 4 with a home run and a couple of RBI. Same with Isaac Paredes. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI, and Austin Barnes went 2 for 4. So a couple of good MLB players on Team Mexico. We'll again cover that as they come up tonight, but it should be a lot better of a game. Another big piece of the United States is everybody was hitting. Everybody was contributing in some fashion. Really, the only player that did not contribute in that game last night was Jeff McNeil, who went 0 for 4. Everyone else reached base. Mike Trout was the only other player who did not record a hit. In fact, he struck out twice of the 4 total strikeouts last night. So just some names to watch again tonight. Nolan Arenado had a big night last night, 3 for 5 with 2 RBI. Paul Goldschmidt, again, back in the lineup today. He went 1 for 3 with a walk, but scored 3 runs. And then Kyle Schwarber, not in the lineup tonight. He went 1 for 3 with his home run and 3 RBIs, also walked twice. All right, let's get into, again, tonight's matchup. I will be giving you my predictions here. I will say that the United States wins this one handily, but I will not say it will be as much of a blowout. Again, 6-2 last night. Not really a blowout, but they handled that game pretty easily. I will say tonight will be 7-4 United States. It will be close for most of it. I will have to end the stream probably around 10 o'clock, 10:15 at the absolute latest, because I have to work tomorrow morning. So I will probably do the first 3 innings of the game tonight. And then I'll just end up, making a video or commentating about it tomorrow or whenever the next Team USA game is. So Let's get into starting lineups for tonight. We'll start with the visiting team, that is Mexico. Randy Arozarena will lead things off. He is in left. He is 2 for 4 again last night, so a good night for him, and they're going to really need their offense to pretty much go through Randy Arozarena getting on base. Alex Verdugo, again, some of these names you'll probably hear because they are MLB players, and they're pretty good. So Alex Verdugo is in right. He had a 1 for 5 night last night. He's batting second in right field. Joey Meneses, he is at first tonight, batting third. He had a good night last night as well, 2 for 5. Rowdy Tellez, love myself some Rowdy Tellez. He is the DH tonight, batting fourth. Isaac Paredes, he is the third baseman, batting fifth. Luis Urias is the second baseman. He is batting sixth. Alan Trejo is the shortstop, batting seventh. Alex Thomas, the center fielder, batting eighth. And Austin Barnes is the catcher. He is batting ninth. And again, we'll get into a little bit more about each player as they come up to bat. For Team USA, a really good lineup again tonight. It is a little bit different from last night, so we'll make note of that when those players come up. But Mookie Betts is leading things off, and he is playing right field. Mike Trout is the center fielder tonight. Again, 0 for 4 last night. I hope he can have a big night tonight, and he is the center fielder batting second. Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. He is third tonight. Nolan Arenado, fourth, playing third base. Pete Alonso is the DH. Go Mallards. He was a 2014 Mallard, but he is the DH tonight, batting fifth. He, like I said, is the DH. Kyle Schwarber, oops, almost knocked over my microphone, was the DH last night. And again, I'm not exactly sure why he is not playing tonight, considering that I guess the only reason I could think of is that Patrick Sandoval, who is the pitcher tonight, is a lefty, so that does kind of make sense. But he hit a 3-run home run yesterday. I might digress on that, even though I'm a big Pete Alonso fan. Kyle Tucker is in left field tonight. He is batting sixth. Tim Anderson is the shortstop, batting seventh. Will Smith, the catcher, he is batting eighth. And Jeff McNeil, he is rounding out the field again tonight. He is at second base, and again, he is playing tonight, which is quite interesting. He is a lefty. He is also went 0 for 4 last night, so that's why I'm just confused a little bit why he is back in the lineup, but they want to give him another chance tonight. So the starting pitchers, it is Nick Martinez going for the United States. We'll talk about him as the game starts here, but Nick Martinez is going for the United States. He's a righty who plays for the Padres. And for Team Mexico, as I mentioned, Patrick Sandoval, a lefty. He plays for the Angels. So really good players on both teams. Again, I will say this is going to be a 7-4 victory for the United States. I think they will handle it very easily. There's not going to be a lot of stress, but it will be a better game than maybe last night if you were watching it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the game is just about to start. We are 3 minutes past the start time. So I hope you guys are going to be able to watch it or enjoy. Again, this game is on Fox, but if you don't want to listen to Joe Davis, which I honestly don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to listen to Joe Davis, or if you're unable to watch the game, that's of course what I'm going to be providing you tonight, is with the commentary for the game, just like a play-by-play announcer would. I have the game in front of me. I will be calling it, and I would love to talk to you guys during the breaks and such. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new, please consider hitting that like button. We have 1 like on the stream already. That is so awesome. I'm so thankful that all of you are here. We've already had 13 people come through the stream. There are 7 of you in here right now. That is so awesome as the game is just about to start. And, of course, we will be getting into the action as soon as it does start. But I'm so happy that you all are here and are able to watch the game either with me or listen to it from me. And, again, if you are new, please consider liking the stream. It helps me out a lot. It helps the algorithm on YouTube out a lot. And also, if you like baseball, if you like talking about baseball, listening to me here, please consider subscribing. We are almost at 4,050 subscribers. That is the goal for tonight. If we can get, I think it's 6 subscribers out of this stream, that would be fantastic. So please consider liking and subscribing if you are new. And I'm spilling water already. I did that last night as well. But I'm really excited to be calling this game. I did my research, did some homework, of course, called last night's game, so I have some familiar knowledge about what is going on, and like I said, it's baseball, right? We are excited to be watching baseball as Team USA takes on Mexico here tonight. I will be also scoring the game myself right here. So I've got my score sheets. So that is why if I look down or like am I writing, that is what I am doing. So if you see the top of my head, that is why. But we are just about ready to start here. It looks like they are talking through some warm-ups here. And then we will get into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, please drop your predictions down below. I'd love to know what you think the final score would be and who's going to win. Does Mexico pull off an upset here tonight against the best team in the world? Go Yanks! Are there any Yankees playing? I don't think so. Are there any Yankees playing on Team Mexico? I don't believe so. Go Yanks! I'm more of a country guy myself. Go Team USA, but that is my opinion. Again, this game is just about to start, so please comment your predictions. And I'd love to have you stick around, like the stream, or subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I can also give you some updates on the other game going on right now before this game starts. That, again, is a really enticing matchup between Venezuela and Puerto Rico. A lot of MLB talent on those two teams. And Venezuela got out to a 7-1 lead. But then here came Puerto Rico coming back. It is now 9-5 over on FS2 as Nick Martinez takes the field. Last year with the Padres, pitched in 47 games, only had 10 starts and a 4-4 record, but the ERA under 3.5 in 106 innings of work. He's got a couple of strikeouts in there, so I expect that tonight. Fastball, changeup cutter, curveball, and a sinker for Nick Martinez. He's got quite the arsenal. I'm sure he will be using it tonight as Team USA takes the field, ready to go in this World Baseball Classic against Randy Arozarena, Alex Verdugo, and the rest of Team Mexico. One more time, I will give you the lineup. It is Arozarena in left. He is batting leadoff. Alex Verdugo batting second in right field. Joey Meneses, he is the first baseman, batting third. Rowdy Tellez, the DH, batting fourth. Isaac Paredes, he is the third baseman, batting fifth. Luis Urias, the second baseman, batting sixth. Alan Trejo, the shortstop, batting seventh. Alex Thomas is in center field, batting eighth. And rounding things out is Austin Barnes, the catcher, batting ninth. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Team Mexico is in their all-red jersey. Oof, that is a lot of red with green names and numbers on the back. Their batting helmets will be green with a red brim. That is an interesting color combination. It looks like Christmas threw up on Team Mexico, but their white jerseys are clean. Last night, like I said, Randy Arozarena hit a home run and really did well in that game, going 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBI. They are going to rely on him heavily tonight, maybe not to hit home runs, but to get on base and allow this team to work around him. Arozarena, 500, of course, with the 2 for 4 night last night, batting in the leadoff spot. I can't tell if I like the jersey or not for Mexico, but it's a lot of red and green. The United States is in their all-white uniforms. They look good. Nick Martinez is on the mound, ready to go out of the windup, and he steps on the rubber. Now he'll go out of more of a stretch, waiting for pitch number 1 here in the World Baseball Classic. And from the windup, Martinez delivers a 92-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1, and we are underway as Arozarena takes all the way. 9:10 local time. Central Time, I guess, is the first pitch of the game. Arozarena and the 0-1, taking all the way. This one bouncing to the plate. It's 1-1. Arozarena, of course, plays for the Rays. Had a great year last year. We'll tell you about it in 1 second, as Martinez will deliver the 1-1. And it is swung at and hit up the middle. A nice play by Anderson, spinning, throwing, and he got Arozarena. A great play to start the game by maybe millimeters for out number 1. Arozarena wants to challenge this immediately. But a great play by Tim Anderson, spinning behind second base and throwing him out. He actually bobbled that ball before picking it up and firing it to first. And I think Arozarena might be safe by just the opposite amount of millimeters. We can see a replay. He is, I think, safe by quite a fraction of, inches. It is inches. And we'll see what happens here as they do go to an official review. That's just so close. The ball is probably about an inch away, as I can see it on our replay monitor here, is about an inch away from the glove. It has to be in the glove, but not in the webbing. It has to be in the glove to be considered an out. And I think there's still some confusion about whether or not they want to challenge this play. And I think they just did get the call that he is safe at first. The crowd going wild for Team Mexico, as it will be a leadoff hit. So yes, they do reverse the call, and Arozarena is at first base with a single, but one heck of a play by Anderson. I think even if he fields that cleanly, has to spin and throw, Arozarena is there. So that will bring up Alex Verdugo, who had a career-high 74 RBI last season with the Red Sox. He is a lefty, taking inside at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball from Martinez. Ball number 1. Of course, Verdugo came over in the Mookie Betts trade back in 2019-2020. Arozarena takes his lead from first. Now the 1-0 to Verdugo, an off-speed pitch all the way, and Verdugo swings and misses 1-1. Didn't get to talk much about Arozarena. We'll come back to him in a little bit, but Verdugo with the Red Sox last year. A 1.1 WAR player, 11 home runs. Again, a career-high RBI. Arozarena takes off, and this ball is hit high in the air out to center field. Mike Trout controlling center and makes the catch for out number 1. A flyout for the first out here in the top of the first. Again, we're scoreless, of course. 1 or 2 batters into the game now. And it'll bring up Joey Meneses. Meneses, 31 years old. And he got his first at-bats in 56 games with the Washington Nationals last year. Did hit a home run. One of his 13 home runs came off of the Cy Young Award winner, Sandy Alcantara. That was in Marlins Park. They are in Chase Field here in Arizona. Martinez delivers the first pitch to Meneses, and Meneses swings 0-1. Fastball in the outside corner. Really good season for Meneses last year, though. 165 OPS plus. Again, 13 home runs, a batting average of over 324, and 34 RBI in his rookie campaign. A check over at first on Randy Arozarena. Couple of boos from the Mexico fans in attendance. Again, Randy Arozarena getting on board with a leadoff single on an infield hit. A great effort by Tim Anderson. Now Martinez delivers the 0-1. It's outside, 1-1. I guess I should say that Meneses is 30 years old. He will be turning 31 this year in just a couple of days. May 6th, the days, months. It's all arbitrary. 1-1 is the count and 1 out. In a scoreless ball game, Rosarena takes off and driven out to left field. Meneses swings and puts Mexico up 2-0. A home run for Joey Meneses. And Mexico is on the board. A fastball that stayed up, and Meneses gets high fives from everybody involved. The first home run for the tournament. Went 2 for 5 last night, so he is just continuing where he left off against Colombia. But this time, he gets the sombrero as well. But this time, gets on the board early. Another first inning home run surrendered by Team USA. And it will bring up Rowdy Tellez. Again, I love myself some Rowdy Tellez. He takes a fastball at 94 down the heart of the plate. The count's 0-1. But the score now 2-0 Mexico in the top of the first with 1 out. We'll see how Martinez responds. The 0-1 to Tellez outside, a changeup, that drifts away. And it's 1-1. Tellez went 0 for 5 last night. But last year with the Brewers, a career-high 35 home runs and 89 RBI. 1-1 the count, the pitch, and it is chopped to second. And the second baseman, McNeil, flips to first for out number 2. We're getting a replay of the home run by Meneses, and it was a cutter that didn't cut, I think is the best way to put it. Stayed up at about a little above belt high, and he just exploded with his hands for the home run. This is Isaac Paredes, the third baseman tonight, had an RBI in last night's game, and the first pitch from Martinez is high for ball 1. I said, how is Martinez going to respond? Last night, Wainwright responded with a walk. So already, as Martinez gets the second out of the inning, and he bounces the 1-0 to the plate, it's 2-0 on Paredes. But it'll be really telling here to see how Martinez can work through not only this third out, but then the rest of the game. Wainwright really got back into form after he gave up the early home run, did not allow another run. The 2-0 pitch to Paredes, and he swings through looked like a cutter. 2-1, 2 outs, 2-0 Mexico here in the top of the first inning. No pitch clock, but Martinez working relatively quickly. Throws a 93-mile-an-hour fastball over the shoe tops of Paredes. It's 3-1. He had 20 home runs and 45 RBI with the Rays last year. Coming over from Detroit, where he is just 23 years old, by the way, but a great 23-year-old campaign last year. A fastball at 94 misses low. It looked like a strike on the pitch tracker, but it is called a ball, and ball 4 at that. Paredes will take his walk, and it'll bring up Luis Urias. A lot of young talent on this Mexico roster. And one of those guys is Luis Urias. He is 25 years old. He'll be 26 this year. Had a great year with the Brewers last year. And he takes a 95-mile-an-hour fastball outside. And Barnes is saying, or excuse me, not Barnes, Will Smith is saying, hey, calm down a little bit here. Yes, it is 2-0 Mexico in the top of the first. A runner is on, and there are 2 outs, but Martinez needs to calm down here to get Urias. He did go 0 for 4 last night. The 1-0 from Martinez, swung at and hit down the right field line, chasing it as Betts, and into the corner. The ball goes foul by not much, but a long foul ball evens the count at 1. Like I was saying, if you are a Brewers fan, you are very impressed, I would say, with what Urias is turning into. He got 3 WAR last year, 16 home runs, 47 RBI, was an above average hitter, 110 OPS plus. Played in 119 games. He's one of the guys that the Brewers are really going to be relying on this year as he goes into his prime and also kind of almost be a veteran. This will be his 6th year in MLB. Martinez from the stretch, delivering to the righty Urias, a curveball that stays high at the eyes, 2-1. Maybe the first curveball we've seen from Martinez tonight, who now is over 20 pitches. This will be pitch 21 tonight. And again, you can only throw 65 pitches in round number 1 of the World Baseball Classic. Martinez takes a look at the runner and delivers the 2-1. Another curveball that stays outside, 3-1. Urias, if he takes a walk, again, this is all with 2 outs now, that'll bring up Alan Trejo. He also was hitless last night, so it's a great opportunity for Martinez to work around that home run by Joey Meneses that gave Mexico their 2-0 lead, and Urias swings at a fastball, missed it. The count runs full, which will mean Paredes will take off from first. Got to get him here. Martinez, again, this is pitch number 23. Very similar to the situation that Wainwright was in last night. How does he respond from the home run? 3 balls, 2 strikes to Urias. And a fastball hit off the hands of Arenado. He stays with it, fires to first. And that is a nice play by Arenado to end the side. Finally, if you are the United States, giving up 2 runs in the first inning, but you've been here before, the USA will come to bat for the first time tonight with Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, and Paul Goldschmidt headed to the plate. You're watching the World Baseball Classic here on the Clem Hawks YouTube network. So that's kind of how this will go. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. There are 10 of you in here right now. I'm so excited to be commentating this game for you. Please leave your comments down below. Also, if you are enjoying the stream, please let me know by commenting, but also give me a like. And also, if you are new to the channel, you like what I'm doing here, if you like talking baseball, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Our goal tonight is to get to 4,050, which I believe is 6 subscribers. So I would love to have you stick around. But again, thanks so much for being here. Yak is here tonight, Dolani TV. I'm here, but late. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad 9 of you other people are here. Give me your predictions. Give me your thoughts on that home run by Joey Meneses in the first inning. Again, the United States did this last night too. Wainwright gave up a home run to Trace Thompson in the first inning. It was the second batter, and tonight the third batter goes deep. Very similar to last night. We will see how the United States can respond. I need to grab that sheet. This is the sheet from last night. You can see that home run right there. Oh, over here. There it is. There are already 78 of you that have tuned into the stream, though. Again, thank you so much. This has been awesome. We are in commercial right now, so that is why we are not obviously commentating the game, but please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm excited to see Team USA respond. A little bit of a different lineup tonight. Okay, let's go through the lineup one more time for Team USA. It'll be Mookie Betts playing right field. He's leading off. Mike Trout, the center fielder. He is batting second. Oh, they're actually coming right back into the action here as Mookie Betts takes ball 1 from Sandoval over the shoe tops. It is 1-0. Betts, Trout, Goldschmidt, I said. Arenado is batting fourth. Pete Alonso in as the DH tonight. No Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Tucker, Tim Anderson, Will Smith, and Jeff McNeil. The 1-0 pitch from Sandoval clips the outside corner. The count's 1-1 to Mookie Betts. Last night, Mookie Betts went 1 for 5. Almost hit a home run in his first at-bat. The 1-1 to Betts swings and fouls it off behind the plate. It's 1-2. Again, the Great Britain team last night hit a home run in the first inning. And Mookie Betts almost responded. Hit a deep fly ball to left field, went to the warning track, but it was caught. 1-2 to Betts, driven to center. This one might have a chance. Going back, the center fielder, and Alex Thomas makes the catch in front of the warning track. Very similar to last night, just a deep fly ball. It sounded good off the bat, but just off the end of the bat, as Mookie Betts was not able to square that one up for out number 1. That was a loud first out, though, and a couple of people behind home plate, they were standing up. They thought it might have had a chance. This brings up Mike Trout, though, one of 2 players that was hitless last night, went 0 for 4, but did have a walk. Trout takes an off-speed pitch in there for a strike from Sandoval that counts 0-1. Pablo Sandoval, the lefty, working against a primarily right-handed lineup. Kyle Tucker and Jeff McNeil, the only 2 lefties. Trout takes a 93-mile-an-hour fastball over for a strike. It's 0-2. Sandoval had a great season last year, at least in terms of ERA and WAR. The Angels, of course, not very good. Angel pitching to Angel here. And Trout takes inside a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Sandoval. The count moves to 1-2. Again, the score, 2-0. Mexico leading after a 2-run home run from Joey Meneses in the first inning. The United States trying to respond. The lefty Sandoval's pitch to Mike Trout, and he swings over top. Strike 3. And Mike Trout repeats his first inning woes from last night with a strikeout. Actually, very similar. Like, this is almost too weird. Last night, again, if we look at the United States, in the first inning, Mookie Betts hit a fly ball to left. Mike Trout struck out. Tonight, Mookie Betts fly out to center. Trout strikes out after giving up a home run in the first inning on both sides. First pitch from Sandoval to the righty. Goldschmidt is low for a ball, 1-0. Goldschmidt last night, 1 for 3, but scored 3 runs. He was on base a lot, and by a lot of different ways. 1-0 the count. An off-speed pitch drops below the zone. 2-0 to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt reached on a walk, a hit by pitch, a single, and an error last night. Again, there are 7 ways to reach. I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but that was 4 of them. Sandoval delivers. Pitch number 11 on a 2-0 count, and Goldschmidt takes the entire way, 2-1, as that one clipped the inside corner. As I said, though, Sandoval had a great year, 3.5 WAR, under 3 ERA. The record, win-loss record, which is the most important stat in baseball, of course, if you didn't know, he was 6-9. Kind of nice in 27 starts. 2-1 pitch to Goldschmidt, an off-speed pitch. Low, good take by Goldschmidt, 3-1. A lot of off-speed stuff from Sandoval, by the way. Had 151 strikeouts in 148 innings last year. The 3-1 to Goldschmidt. Does he get the green light? He does not, as the ball is inside anyway, and he will take a walk. Let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is too reminiscent of last night. Do I need to remind you what I just said? Betts, fly out. Tonight, Betts, fly out. Trout last night, strikeout. Goldschmidt, walks. Tonight, Goldschmidt walks. Again, after the first inning home run by the opposing team. And that'll bring up Nolan Arenado, who in this case, by the way, hit a single his last time up. Yesterday in his first at-bat. Arenado takes a fastball off the end of the plate, 1-0. 2 outs, though, and a 2-0 lead for Mexico. 1 runner on, and that's Paul Goldschmidt. Nolan Arenado, though, had a great night last night, arguably the best player outside of Kyle Schwarber, but the best player returning tonight Went 3 for 5 with a couple of RBI. This one bounces in the dirt and gets away, and Goldschmidt will scamper to second. That'll be a wild pitch on Sandoval. Again, he throws a lot of off-speed stuff, throws a lot of stuff in the dirt. So great awareness there by Goldschmidt to get into scoring position, and now a single from Arenado would almost score Goldschmidt. Again, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he can move. Arenado, of course, the third baseman for the Cardinals. We could talk about his accolades all day long. But Goldschmidt taking a good lead off of second. 2-0 pitch to Arenado, and he takes an 87-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch over for a strike, 2-1. This will be pitch number 17 for Patrick Sandoval. So yes, the score is 2-0 Mexico, but both pitchers having to work pretty deep, I would say, about 20 pitches each now here in the first inning. 2-1 is the count. Sandoval checks and delivers. High, ball 3. 3-1 to Nolan Arenado. Again, batting .600 in this World Baseball Classic so far. Again, one game last night, but he is seeing the ball well. And that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem if he sees that ball that well for the Cardinals this year. Already probably the favorites to win the NL Central. 3-1 and a big swing and a miss at a changeup. 3-2. A lot of changeups from Patrick Sandoval. Man, Pablo Sandoval was pitching. That would be fantastic. The energy is building as time is called. Sandoval kicks away some of the dirt. He looks like he's wearing some dunks. Some interesting shoe choice by Sandoval, but he will deliver the 3-2 to Nolan Arenado. The righty swings and pops it into very, very short right field. It doesn't even get out to the outfield, I should say. The second baseman, Urias, makes the catch, and the United States strands Goldschmidt. So a little pop out to the 4, and it's still 2-0 Mexico. Just like yesterday, United States goes down and does not respond early, but you're watching the World Baseball Classic here on Clem YouTube Network. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for being here. This is awesome. There are 12 of you in the stream right now. That is so, so cool. I hope you guys are enjoying the game if you are able to watch it. And, of course, if you are listening to me, if you cannot watch it, or if you just choose to listen to me instead, thank you so much. There are 3 likes on the stream. Please consider liking and also subscribing if you are new, but consider liking the stream if you are enjoying it so far. And, again, comment your predictions of the game. What do you think of the home run from Joey Meneses and the United States going down pretty early here in the first? Thanks so much, though, for being here, and I hope you guys enjoy the game. We are in commercial right now. I about swallowed that water wrong. I brought out the tie for you guys tonight. Our goal, though, is 4,050 subscribers by the end of this stream, which I believe is 6 away from where we started. So if any of you guys are enjoying, please consider hitting that subscribe button and getting us to our goal. 136 of you have come into the stream tonight. That is so cool. These commercials are really long, though. They should not be this long, I feel like. I don't know if the pitch clock or maybe it's just spring training, but I don't think that MLB games are this long during commercials, which is good. They don't need to be this long. And we are back. Welcome back to United States, Mexico World Baseball Classic. Mexico leading 2-0 as Nick Martinez delivers the first pitch A fastball right down the heart of the plate to Alan Trejo. Strike one, but it will be the bottom third of the lineup for Team Mexico. Again, leading 2-0 here in the top of the second. Trejo, Thomas, Barnes. An off-speed pitch does clip the top of the zone, but it's called a ball. And it is 1-1 to Alan Trejo. 0 for 2 in yesterday's game against Colombia. Again, they lost that game in extra innings. 1-1. Trejo swings, taps it foul down the third base line. It's 1-2. Alan Trejo with the Colorado Rockies last season. Couple of home runs, couple of RBI. 1-2, yes he did, and that is Martinez's first strikeout of the night. A nasty, it looked like a split finger, could have been a changeup, but a nasty pitch at that. And again, that is strikeout number 1 on the night for the Padre. It looked like a split finger. That thing bounced on the plate and then corralled by the catcher Smith. And yes, he did. This is Thomas. Thomas swings at the first pitch and lifts it out to short left. Coming in is Tucker, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you need if you are Nick Martinez. Again, scoring 2 runs in the first inning on a home run from Joey Meneses. And that's kind of what I told you about. When Randy Rosarena comes back up, I'll tell you about him and contributing to that. But Austin Barnes, number 9 hole hitter, catching for the Dodgers. The other catcher for the Dodgers is Will Smith, playing for Team USA. Martinez delivers the first pitch to Barnes. It was outside, 1-0 the count. Martinez delivers the 1-0, an off-speed pitch floating in there, strike 1. Again, Barnes, the dual catcher with Will Smith. Head above average year, 8 home runs, 26 RBI. A little bit below average in the hitting department, but a pretty good catcher. Another off-speed pitch. Called a strike, or not called a strike, but called a strike on the pitch zone. Not called a strike in the game, 2-1 to Barnes. And really, again, Barnes being a catcher, all you want is it to be fair, both sides. And that top sliver of the zone has not been called. This one, again, floating over for a strike, 2-2 on the righty, Austin Barnes. Again, went 2 for 4 last night. Looking for a quick inning. Pitch number 33 coming from Martinez now. The cradle, the pitch, outside, 83-mile-an-hour curveball off the plate, 3-2. You'd really like to see a 1-2-3 inning here if you are Martinez. Again, giving up the 2-run home run in the first. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Austin Barnes goes down on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and that is a great response from the Padre, getting 2 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 inning as they head to the second, down 2 on the Clem Hawks YouTube network. I missed the World Baseball Classic there. That's my bad. Whatever. It's fine. Twins lose. Do you think Aaron Sanchez should be released? Did he pitch today? I'm not a huge fan of Aaron Sanchez. They had him like a couple years ago, I believe, too, and then they got rid of him or something, and now I guess he's back, and yeah, they'll probably get rid of him again. It's only a minor league deal, if anything, though, so I would not be too concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, though, we're at the half inning, so this is my plea to you again. Every half inning, I will ask you guys to hit that like button and subscribe if you are enjoying it. But also, thank you so much for being here. There are 9 of you in the stream. 155 people have come by. If you are enjoying the commentary, please let me know down in the comments below. But also, you can do that by hitting the like button or subscribing. 7 runs in 2 innings. Wow. Woo. That's rough. That is rough. What can you do, though? It's spring training. All the good players for the United States are out with the World Baseball Classic teams. Julian hit a home run today. That was really cool for Canada. Pablo Lopez pitched really well for Venezuela. A lot of Twins, though. Jose Rios got lit up against Team Venezuela. He was for Team Puerto Rico. Eddie Rosario hit a home run off of Pablo Lopez. It's another Twin. Luis Ariz was doing Luis Ariz things for Team Venezuela. So really cool. Really cool stuff. The Twins are doing well. Welcome back to Arizona. Team USA and Team Mexico in the World Baseball Classic. Mexico leading 2-0 thanks to a home run in the first inning. We'll see how the United States can respond here in the bottom of the second. Pete Alonso steps in and swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. It's 0-1. Pete Alonso, 131 RBIs last year. He is a monster with the Mets. Former Madison Mallard. Played in 160 games last year and getting his first start here in the World Baseball Classic. He takes the 0-1 from the lefty Sandoval. It's a ball, 1-1. Kyle Schwarber last night was the DH. Tonight it is the Met, Pete Alonso. And the 1-1 to the polar bear. He swings, lifts it down the right field line. Chasing after it is Verdugo, and he makes the play in fair territory, then jumping over the foul line for out number 1. Be a fly out to the right fielder. But as I was saying, how is the United States going to respond, right? They gave up the 2-run home run in the first. They are down 2-0 to Team Mexico. It's a very similar situation to last night. But then Martinez comes out, gives a 1-2-3 second, 2 strikeouts, and we'll see how the United States can answer here. They did not go 1-2-3 last night in the second. JT Realmuto, he was the catcher last night, but he hit a double, was stranded out there, but did not score any runs. This is Kyle Tucker who swings at the first pitch, and that's into the corner, down the right field line. It'll bounce around out there. Kyle Tucker will at least get 2, and he's headed to 3 on his horse, and he's safe. A 1-out triple for Kyle Tucker, getting in on the action following last night. And this is a much-needed run opportunity for the United States to answer the 2-run home run back in the first inning for Mexico. The lefty, Tucker. Again, Tucker, only one of 2 lefties in the lineup tonight. Just pulled the thing right down the line, and it was good enough for a triple. Went 1 for 4 last night with a single. Also had an RBI on that single. And it'll bring up Tim Anderson. He's a contact machine, always batting over 300. The infield is back, and the first pitch almost comes inside to hit Tim Anderson. He gets out of the way. Anderson did have some injury problems last year, but in 79 games, still again hit over 300. 6 home runs, 25 RBI. Was an above-average hitter, always an above-average defenseman. Almost made a great play tonight. 1-0 the count. He looked silly swinging at that off-speed pitch, though, and it's 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Like I was saying, Tim Anderson he is a hitting machine. He is leading the MLB in average minimum 1,000 plate appearances since 2018 at 318. 1-1 to Anderson. He pokes it into right, and the United States is on the board. A RBI single for Tim Anderson, who did not play last night, but getting in on the action early here. And again, the United States responding with the RBI single from Tim Anderson. Joey Manassas hit a 2-run home run in the first, but here in the bottom of the second, Tim Anderson pokes a fastball the other way. Good piece of hitting, good inside-out hitting. That looked very much like another shortstop in the American League from the early 2000s. Derek Jeter goes that way all the time. This is Will Smith, the other Dodger catcher. I'm sure they're having some conversation, Barnes and Smith at the plate right now, but the first pitch from Sandoval is in for a strike. 0-1 the count, one out here in the bottom of the second. Anderson is on first. Will Smith again did not play last night. It was JT Realmuto. Trey Turner was the shortstop last night. Again, handing it off to Anderson and Smith. The 0-1 pitch is outside, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. 1-1. Will Smith, he was probably the main catcher last year. 137 games. Did really well in a lot of those games. And he swings at this one, fouls it back. It's 1-2. In over 570 plate appearances. Had a couple of triples. 24 home runs, 87 RBI, Was a way above average hitter. He's always been a really good hitter. And a 4.1 WAR for the Dodgers' #1 catcher as well. But again, Barnes behind the dish tonight. They're probably having a good conversation right now. Tim Anderson dancing at first, and now the pitch. Smith drives it out to center, but it will hang up enough where the center fielder, Alex Thomas, did really not have to move, and it'll just be a fly out for the second out here in the second inning. Again, Team Mexico leading 2-1 now over the United States. And Jeff McNeil will stand in. He was 0 for 2 last night. Or 0 for 4, 0 for 4 last night. The only player that did not touch first base for Team USA had a couple of groundouts to the second baseman and a couple of flyouts. But he is the NL batting champion. 326 average last year. The lefty McNeil, and McNeil swings at a fastball, high and tight, 0-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 runner on, and that is again Tim Anderson, who got the United States on the board with an RBI single to the right field, following Kyle Tucker's triple to the right field corner. Looks like Tim Anderson wants to go. He does not. And McNeil swings, loops one out to center, but it hangs up again, enough for a flyout, and that will end the inning. The United States does get on the board, though. It is 2-1 Mexico here on the WBC CUYN. That's the World Baseball Classic, Clem Hawks YouTube Network. End of 3, 8-0. Well, the United States, or the Twins almost came back, Patrick. That's pretty cool. They did not, of course, but pretty cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much again for being here tonight. We are through 2 innings. I will likely do 1 more inning, and we'll kind of see how quick it goes or what's going on. But just with the 9 o'clock game, I am going to have to go to bed so I can get up and go to work tomorrow. But there are 13 of you here right now, so I love that you are here. Thanks so much for being here. If you are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you like what I'm doing, if you like baseball. Our goal is, again, 4,050 subscribers. We needed like 6 subscribers to get to that goal. But also, if you are just enjoying the stream, please let me know by either commenting or leaving a like. There are 3 likes on the stream now. I'd love to see if we can get that to 5 or 6. That would be great. So please consider liking and subscribing if you are enjoying. This is a lot of fun. I feel very relaxed tonight compared to last night. Last night was a little bit stressful trying to find stats and everything. Obviously, my stories are a little shallow because I can't, can actually talk to these players. I'm very limited in the research that I can do because it's, I'm a 23-year-old who is trying to get major league players, stats and stuff, but going off of last night's game, their history, last year, of course, for most of these players that are MLB players, it's been fun. It's been really good, and I feel very relaxed. So I hope you guys are enjoying it and having a good time listening. We are almost at 200 viewers, which is awesome because last night we were about 200 for the entire time. So, again, tonight being a shorter stream just because the game is starting a little bit later, it is so good to see 12 people in here right now. That is awesome. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. The United States taking on Team Mexico, and Nick Martinez still pitching for Team USA. The top of the lineup, Randy Arozarena, takes ball one high, and it is 1-0. But the score, 2-1. Mexico leading the United States as there was a 2-run home run from Joey Meneses. He will be up this inning. And we'll see how Martinez handles the lineup the second time through. The count is now 2-0 after a ball in the dirt. And Martinez will rock the cradle, now deliver the 2-0. Arozarena swings. His helmet almost comes off as he drops to a knee, swinging through an off-speed pitch. It's 2-1. Like I said, this offense is going to have to go through Arozarena if you want to be successful tonight if you are Team Mexico. He went 2 for 4 last night with a home run and a couple of RBI, but he doesn't need to hit the home run power. He just needs to get on base, and that's what he did in the first inning. I mentioned Tim Anderson having a really good glove. 1-1 pitch is outside, now 2-1 to Arozarena, the left fielder tonight. But Arozarena hit the ball up the middle, bobbled a little bit by Anderson. It was a great play to even get to that ball and throw him out, but then it was challenged and reversed, as this one is hit down the left field line. Going back is Anderson, and he makes the catch falling down in foul territory. What a play by Tim Anderson. This time, he will be credited with the out, and it is a pop out to 6 in foul territory for out number 1 here in the third. So Tim Anderson going after Randy Arozarena. Again, the first play was challenged and overturned, allowing Arozarena to stay on first base, getting the infield single. Then Verdugo flew out here for the first out in the first inning. But Joey Meneses hit a 2-run home run, giving Mexico a 2-run lead at the time. Tim Anderson, saying these names a lot here, but Tim Anderson, he had a single in the second inning to make it 2-1. This is Verdugo, and he takes a bouncer for ball 1. Alex Verdugo, again, coming over in the Mookie Betts trade, was a second-round pick in the 2014 draft by the Dodgers. And he swings through another off-speed pitch, or the first off-speed pitch, it's 1-1, 1 out here in the top of the third. Verdugo really part of the rebuild for Boston, only 26, now 27 years old this year. But he's almost a veteran. 1-1 to Verdugo, taken low. Good spot for that fastball from the righty Nick Martinez, but good take, an even better take by Verdugo, 2-1 the count. One pitches also in the dirt, 3-1. Verdugo was in the MVP conversation back in 2020. Played in 53 games that year. Only 6 home runs. 15 RBI, but was kind of a leader on that Boston team after Mookie Betts kind of left. 3-1 pitch is hit on the ground into the shift as the second baseman, Jeff McNeil, makes a nice play for out number 2 here in the third. Again, the shift not banned in the World Baseball Classic. No pitch clock. But it'll bring up Joey Meneses, of course. Hit the home run. I've mentioned it a few times now tonight. Hit the home run in the first inning. 2-run home run. It was a cutter from Nick Martinez, still pitching, who it didn't cut. It stayed in the zone and was hammered out to left field. So 2-1 the score, and Meneses swings half-heartedly at that one. It was an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Martinez just eclipsed the 45 pitch mark. Again, you can go to 65 pitches here in the first round of the World Baseball Classic. The 0-1 from Martinez, a bouncer that bounced in front of the plate, 1-1. Nick Martinez really responding well after the first inning after giving up that home run. Looking for a 1-2-3 here. 2 outs in the top of the third. The 1-1 to Manassas. Another kind of just threw the bat at it swing. Didn't see the ball well out of the hand. Another off-speed pitch as well at that. 1-2. And as I've said a couple of times during this at-bat, off-speed, Manassas hit that home run on a cutter fastball. He's not throwing it to him again. 1-2 the count. The pitch, a high fastball. That one wasn't close to the zone as the catcher Will Smith was practically standing up to catch that ball. The count runs 2-2. Oh, final score, by the way. I'll give you that in a second as Manassas swings and fouls it off into the netting down the third base line. Venezuela beats Puerto Rico 9-6. So the comeback falls short for Puerto Rico. A good outing by Puerto Rico to make a comeback attempt, but it was for naught. 2-2 is the count, 2 outs in a 2-run ball game for Mexico. Manassas swings again, taps it foul up the third base line. And a pretty good at bat here between these two. See if Nick Martinez can jump back even with him after giving up the home run in the first. I talked about how good Manassas is. Made his debut in 2022, last season. He taps another one foul. He only played in 56 games last year with the Nationals. He is 30 years old. But a lot of experience so far and some great experience as that power hitter for the Nationals. Swings at this one. It's a ground ball to Arenado. Arenado juggles it, and he will eat it. So the Gold Glover finally gets beat on one. And I believe that will be called a hit. That ball was hit hard right over the first base, or the third base bag, excuse me. And Arenado juggled it in foul territory. Would have been an over 40-yard throw. Fields it in fair territory, just fumbles it as it goes out of the glove. And again, I believe you got to call that a single. Yes, they do. So 2 for 2 on the day for Joey Manassas. And again, how similar is this to last night where Team USA gave up a home run in the first inning to Trace Thompson. And the first inning was almost identical for the United States batting-wise. But then Wainwright gave up another hit to Thompson, his second at-bat. His was a double. Manassas was a single. So very similar games to last night. But here's Rowdy Tellez. Again, Mexico leading 2-1. Rowdy Tellez, a big, powerful lefty. 0 for 1 today. And the first pitch, an off-speed pitch. Drifts over for a strike. The count 0-1. Top of the third. 2 outs, though. But Manassas on first base. Tellez still hitless in the World Baseball Classic. 0 for 5 last night and 0 for 1 tonight. Pitch number 54 now coming for Martinez, trying to get out of this inning. Tellez, does he check it? Yes, he does. High fastball. 1-1 the count. This is a big at-bat, though, for Rowdy Tellez. And a big at-bat for Martinez, too, as he wants to finish this inning. 1-1. Tellez swings and bloops it out towards center. Going back to second baseman McNeil. It's off his glove. And everyone will advance. Manassas goes to third. That ball was hit into no man's land. Going out was McNeil, and he just dropped it. That is a hit, but arguably that should have been caught. And now Kendall Graveman is in the United States bullpen warming up quickly as Martinez, he has 10 more pitches as part of his pitch limit. Mexico is leading 2-1. This is a huge at-bat, and is the United States going to pull him? Are they going to give him the opportunity to pitch to Isaac Paredes? Paredes walked in the first. He was 1 for 5 in yesterday's game with an RBI. Urias and Trejo behind Paredes. They are a combined 0 for 8 so far in the World Baseball Classic. Martinez, again, 55 pitches, only 31 strikes. Last night, again, a very similar situation with Adam Wainwright. Through 49 pitches, 36 strikes. So maybe a little bit better in the strike category. But 5 hits, an earned run, 4 strikeouts. Again, if you look at Martinez's numbers, giving up 4 hits, a walk, and struck out 2. So similar, eerily similar to last night in terms of how the runs scored. A first inning home run by the opposing team. Of course, the United States answering a little bit quicker here with a single in the second inning from Tim Anderson. Martinez, again, has 10 pitches to get out of this inning. Runners are on the corners, 2 outs in the top of the third. Mexico leading by a run. Isaac Paredes takes a strike on a 90-mile-an-hour, looked like a cutter, inside, but called a strike, 0-1. Paredes walked on 5 pitches in the first inning. Martinez will come set, deliver the 0-1. Jammed on the inside of the bat, over to McNeil at second, ranging, bouncing, and bobbled. He's safe. McNeil is having maybe the worst stretch of games you can possibly have as a second baseman, and Mexico takes the lead, or adds to their lead, 3-1. That ball was hit towards where the second baseman would normally play, but since they shifted Paredes, McNeil was maybe behind second base, had to run over where he normally would have been standing, fielded the ball not very cleanly, threw it into the dirt, one-hopped it for Goldschmidt, and it was bobbled. I mean, that was a missile into the dirt. Looked like the janitor throw. And Goldschmidt fielded it. It hit him in the heel of the glove. He bobbled it. And then Paredes was safe. Again, you got to give him a hit on that, I believe. So it'll be an RBI single for Paredes. 3 consecutive hits now for Team Mexico. And they lead it 3-1. Nick Martinez's day is done. Eerily similar to last night's game. But instead, last night, Wainwright, after giving up the home run, again, it was only a solo home run, did not surrender another run in the game. Also had a few more strikeouts. But tonight, especially here in the third, 3 consecutive hits allow the Mexico team to extend their lead 3-1. They are in commercial break, so I will take a quick break with them, play an ad. And again, thank you all so much for being here. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so glad that you guys are here. 250 people have stopped by. That is awesome. That's pretty much what we had in 2 hours last night. So pretty much half that tonight. Awesome. There are 4 likes on the stream too. That's so cool. If you guys are watching the stream, if you're watching my stream, or if you're watching on TV, please let me know what your thoughts are on the game. But also consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you are enjoying. I'll finish this half inning, and then I will finish the United States hitting part of the inning, the bottom half, and then I will have to call it a night. Because it's 10:05 already. My voice feels a lot better, though, tonight, which is great. Haven't been screaming as much. Team Mexico leading 3-1 over the United States. They've out-hit the United States 5-2 so far. And the reason Team Mexico is doing so well, at least in this inning, comes off of a couple of errors, right? Or not errors, they were called hits, but Joey Meneses at third base where Arenado fumbled the ball. It's going to be a tough play, but probably one he should have made. Rowdy Tellez, a little blooper out to short center field off the glove of McNeil. Isaac Paredes had a ball hit where the second baseman should have been playing and realistically would have been out if it was not bobbled by Paul Goldschmidt. So, opportunities for the United States, but they'll turn it over to their bullpen, Kendall Graveman, and the first pitch, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball taken for a ball as Will Smith double clutches on his way back to the pitcher. Thought that one could have been called a strike. The top of the zone not being called on either side, really. There's an off-speed pitch in the dirt, but swung at by Urias, and it is 1-1. Urias again, 0 for 4 last night, had a ground out in the first, so 0 for 5 in this World Baseball Classic. Kendall Graveman, drafted by the Marlins in the 36th round of the 2012 draft out of Mississippi State, was also drafted by the Blue Jays in 2013 in the 8th round. Clearly went back to school, but last year, a little bit over a 3 ERA, 66 strikeouts and 65 innings pitched with the White Sox. The 1-1 way outside and a good stop by Will Smith. But it is 2-1. Again, runners on first and second. Mexico leading 3-1. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Graveman has bounced around, again, starting with Toronto, where he was drafted for the second time. Went to Oakland for a couple of years. Did not play in 2019. Went to Seattle in 2020, was there partway through 2021. Went to Houston in 2021, and then with the Sox. Urias swings, fouls the 2-1 off. It's 2-2. A big pitch coming here for Kendall Graveman. The runners, Rowdy Tellez at second base. Isaac Paredes at first base. Both those runners would be credited to Nick Martinez should they score. The 2-2 from Graveman. Tapped right back to him, and Graveman will flip to first to end the inning. A much-needed third out as the United States trails 3-1 here on the WBC CYN. I'm going to write down Nick Martinez's line here, and then we'll talk. .2 innings pitched. 5 hits. Not a great line for Nick Martinez. All right. So like I said, I will be doing this half inning with the United States at the plate, and then I will have to call it a night. But 260 people here tonight. That has been so good. There are 4 of you in the chat right now. If you haven't liked the stream, I'm going to ask you, please do so. Get us to 5 likes. That would be so awesome if you are enjoying the stream. And, of course, our goal tonight was to get to 4,050 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed, I would ask you, please consider subscribing if you are enjoying the stream, if you are enjoying the game. And, again, let me know what your comments are down in the comments so we can talk about baseball and the game. And we're in commercial right now, so we'll see what happens when we come back. Should be any minute now. I swear, though, these commercials are just so long. They don't need to be. Yeah. Do you like the tie, ladies and gentlemen? Let's have a great inning here. It's a great inning to be great, you know? It's a great day to be great. It's a great day to have a great day. Here we go. Welcome back to the United States and Team Mexico World Baseball Classic game. Patrick Sandoval still out there pitching, and will pitch to Mookie Betts. The first pitch to him, high for ball number 1. The score 3-1. Team Mexico leading the United States. And that happened on a 2-run home run in the first and a couple of singles with 2 outs in the third. The next pitch to Mookie Betts, high fly ball to center field. And the center fielder, Alex Thomas, can of corn. 2 flyouts to the center fielder, Thomas, for Mookie Betts. The United States did answer, though, in the second inning with a single off the bat of Tim Anderson after Kyle Tucker hit a triple. I already mentioned Mookie Betts, but Mike Trout, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado were the next 3 up. We are in the bottom of the third, and 1 quick out. Mike Trout still hitless in this World Baseball Classic. He's got a couple of strikeouts as well. I thought he struck out twice last night. Yes, he did, and once tonight. So 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Does also have a walk. The first pitch from Sandoval. Again, this is an Angel pitching to an Angel. It's outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Trout outside, now 2-0. I want to say it was Sandoval. I could be totally wrong on this, but I want to say it was Sandoval literally like a couple of days ago while Trout was still playing for the Angels, and I thought Sandoval was too, that he almost hit him high and tight. I don't know if it was Sandoval, but it was kind of an awkward moment, especially now that they're pitching and hitting against each other here. And it is 3-0 on Trout after a high fastball misses the zone completely. 3-0 to Trout. I'm guessing he will not swing here. He does not swing 3-0 normally. So just throw one underhand and get it in there, and Trout will not swing. He does swing 3-0, fouls it off. It's 3-1. Of course he does, right? Of course he does. Mike Trout, oh man, we don't need to tell you all of his accolades. We would be here all night. But of course, first rounder, everyone passed on him. 25th overall in the 2009 draft by the Angels. Last year was a 6-WAR player, was still hurt. Only played in 119 games, has not played in a full season since 2016. He swings at the 3-1. That was a slider at 87. Missed it. It's 3-2. Trout is just not Trout right now. 3 MVPs, Rookie of the Year, 9-time Silver Slugger, 10-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star MVP, and the best player in baseball. Looking to get Team USA back into this game, down 3-1. The 3-2, Trout fouls it off. He stays alive. That one might have got a piece of Trout's foot. Don't need that. Finally, the Angels, though, right? I mean, you have Patrick Sandoval maybe pitching as well as he did last year. That would be fantastic if you are the Angels. You've got the best 2 players in all of baseball. Trout, Ohtani. You need the Angels to do something. But you need them healthy. A long look in from Patrick Sandoval. Pitch number 41. The 3-2. And another ball fouled off of Trout's foot. A good at-bat here, though, as Trout has seen 6 pitches. Or 7 pitches, I believe. This will be pitch number 8 of this at-bat. He's fouled 2 consecutive balls off of his foot. He has seen everything that Sandoval has thrown. Plus, he works with him. So, he knows what he's got. What can Sandoval do to get him out for a second time? The 3-2. This one is lifted down the left field line, but it will tail foul. That was driven quite hard and would have been extra bases if it found some grass. 8 pitches this at-bat. This will be pitch number 9. Again, he's seen everything. This was another slider. Looked like it was... it could have been a ball if he took it, but maybe too close to call. And maybe 3 sliders in a row against Trout. A great at-bat here. Another 3-2. And Trout takes ball 4. It technically was called a strike by the pitch tracker right at that top of the zone. That has not been called tonight, though. And Trout will take a walk. A very, very good at-bat. The zone has been consistent up there. It might have touched the zone, again, by maybe as close as a Rosarena was safe in that first inning. And the glove it looked like it came up and down from Barnes. It was a good frame, but an even better at-bat from Trout. This is Paul Goldschmidt, who also walked in the first. He takes a strike, about the same spot, maybe about an inch or two in closer to the middle of the zone, and the count 0-1 on Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt, 3 runs last night, was stranded at second in the first inning, but now has Trout on first here in the bottom of the third, again trailing 3-1. Sandoval delivers, and it's in the dirt. It gets away from Barnes, but he keeps it in front of him. Trout stays at first. The count 1-1. One swing of the bat could tie this game. Goldschmidt, of course, I mentioned it last night. His old home ballpark. Used to play with the Diamondbacks from 2011 to 2018. Was drafted by the Diamondbacks in the 8th round of the 2009 draft from Texas State. 1-1 is the count. The pitch fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. This will be pitch 47 from Sandoval. One swing of the bat could tie this game. One swing of the bat could end the inning. Isn't that crazy? That's why you gotta love baseball. Just missed that pitch, though, and fouled it straight back into the screen. Trout stole a base last night. Don't know if this is necessarily the right opportunity to do it again, especially off the lefty Sandoval. Sandoval delivers outside, a great pitch and an even better take by Goldschmidt. 2-2, the crowd erupting. Maybe some of them saying, what a take, and the others saying, that should have been strike 3. What a great pitch between the home plate and the chalk line in the left batter's box. Sandoval wanted strike 3. Another 2-2 pitch, and he gets strike 3. The crowd erupting with the punch out behind him, and Sandoval has his second strikeout of the night. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third, as the United States still trails Team Mexico 3-1. You get done with the 3 most dangerous hitters in baseball: Betts, Trout, Goldschmidt, and then you got to face 2 more, Arenado and Pete Alonso. It does not get any easier for this Diamond Dynasty team. Nolan Arenado takes a fastball on the outside corner, ball number 1. Arenado again misplayed a ball, which could have ended the inning back in the third, the top half of this inning. And that allowed a run to score. Arenado swings heavily at an off-speed pitch way outside the zone. It is 1-1. A nice play by Tim Anderson in the top of the half. Alex Verdugo grounded out, so 2 quick outs, and then Joey Meneses, who hit the home run to give Mexico a 2-0 lead, grounded out to Arenado, fielded it, and just dropped the ball. It was a tough play. 1-1 though to Arenado. He takes low, 2-1. But that could have ended the inning. Like I said, instead it allowed Meneses to get on first. Rowdy Tellez moved him to third on a ball that again should have been caught by Jeff McNeil in center field as he was running to try to catch it. And then Paredes singled him home on a ball that should have been probably called an out, or could have been if it wasn't juggled by Goldschmidt. 2-1. Check swing. He clearly went around, and Arenado 2-2. One more time. One swing of the bat could either tie the game, or in this case, not give a double play, but end the inning. Trout still standing on first base. Again, he walked. Betts has flown out to center field twice. Trout walked. Goldschmidt struck out. Nolan Arenado will stand in. Sandoval will get the sign. The 2-2. 2 outs in a 3-1 Mexico lead. Arenado taps it foul, stays alive. Some good at-bats here. Trout had a 9-pitch at-bat. Could have struck out. That ball was technically a strike. It hit the Fox tracker, whatever. I guess, yeah, we're on Fox. The Fox box. Just nipped it. But it was called a ball. And now Arenado working a good at-bat here. Again, 2-2 is the count. A long look in from Sandoval on a check at first. Mike Trout still over there. Not really likely to run in this situation. 2-2. Taken low, 3-2, and now Trout will be off with the pitch. Arenado with a pop out to the second baseman, which ended the first. But the 3-for-5 night last night is what the United States needs right now. 2 RBI in last night's game. A home run would tie the game and give him 2 more. Again, Mexico is leading this one 3-1 in the bottom half of the third. No pitch clock. And these guys are taking their time. Again, this is a great at-bat by Arenado. This has got to be pitch 8 or so as well. Joey Meneses is not holding Trout on, so he will go with the pitch. Trout takes off. The pitch grounded to short. And that'll do it. 6-3 ends the inning. And Sandoval is pumped as he goes through 3, only allowing 1 run on 2 hits. 3-1 Mexico over the United States on the WBC CYN. Yak says don't quit until the end of the 4th. I have got to go to bed. So that'll do it for me tonight. That was a fun stream. I don't know when the United States plays next. If it's tomorrow night, I will be streaming again tomorrow. If it is the day after that, I will be streaming then. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for a great stream tonight. Again, if you are new to the channel, I love talking about baseball. I talk about baseball every single day. So please consider subscribing, getting us to 4,050. That was our goal for tonight. And if you are still here in the stream, give it a like. Love to get to 5 likes. But thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I had a blast tonight. Again, I will be back. I hope to do more games than just the United States, but I will be back when the United States plays in the next game. I have got to go to bed so I can get up to work tomorrow. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and go Team USA.